Yo, what is going on, guys? So I decided to make a list of my favorite animations in game currently, and hopefully you enjoy. And yeah, if you like my content, subscribe. Definitely helps me out. We're almost to 200, so I guess I want to get there. And like the video if you like it. So yeah, these are my top 10 animations, my favorite ones in game currently, and hopefully you like the video. So let's get it on. All right, so number 10 is definitely gonna have to go to Ragna. Definitely one of the first units I pulled when I started playing this game. I like his artwork a lot. It's not just the arts, but his artwork is really cool. When it comes to his attack skill and arts, though, I'm not really entirely impressed. He just swings the sword. The skill is just he summons like the fire god, which is cool. The arts, he pretty much does the same thing, and they throw a giant orb. But the true arts is what I like most. He ends up summoning 3 of the gods, and to me it's really cool. And it's like, I'm a fan of summoning, so I like this one a lot, honestly, as a number 10. Now number 9 is definitely gonna have to be a tie. You'll see why. So obviously the first one we have is light Marsx. So I like his artwork a lot too, but his attack isn't all that great. His skill is kind of meh, and his art is kind of cool actually. I'll put this one over dark Marsx because they basically uses all the elements. But the reason I like the true arts the most is because of this. Endless is probably has the coolest artwork for me. Although it's a lot of lines, right? It's just the Japanese words that come across that are kind of cool. But Dark Mars X is basically the same thing. I like his artwork a lot too. But boring, same as Light Mars X. This one's a little bit different with the skill, and the art is also a little bit different. Instead of the elemental attacks, I still prefer Light Mars X's normal art more. But the true art is honestly what it boils down to for me. It's really cool. I like them both, and yeah, that's why it's number 9. So at number 8 we have Quan. Quan is honestly a really good looking unit, like the artwork too. But the main thing is he's probably the worst fucking look unit in game. But he has a very cool looking design. So to me it's just like wasted artwork in a sense. But his attack and skill are pretty cool. And his art, he basically just throws down like a giant slow down time thing. But his true art is really cool, so he throws all the cards around him and stuff, and then the time thing comes down. To me that's a really neat thing to put, and that's mainly why he comes at number 8. Not the greatest, but still okay. Now, Hiei was one of my favorite characters in Yu Yu Hakusho. I grew up watching the show, but his attack kind of sucks. His skill is kind of just a bunch of punches, which is kind of cool. And his normal art is kind of shit because it's just lines. But his true art is pretty cool, and this is why it comes in number 7. It's basically like a copy paste of Nier's normal arts and Corsair's true arts, which is just a big ass line of dragons. But it's a cool anime reference nonetheless, because when he summoned a dragon in the anime, everything was flashing red, and there was a giant purple dragon, which is really cool. So he deserves a spot at number 7. There's a lot better units to have a better arts, but number 7 is good for him. The Shield Hero, probably a top 10 anime of last year. Really great anime, but as for the things I like about him, his attack is actually pretty cool. The skill is honestly the coolest thing about him. He has a soul-eating shield. The normal art is basically Airstrike Shield, which is a great anime reference, really good. And his true art is probably the best thing about it. See, look. Iron Maiden is probably the hypest moment in the anime, and I'm really happy it looks good in this. So, number 6 is definitely worthy of, the Shield Hero. So, to my favorite, honestly, non-ninja part of the Ninjas event things, she's my favorite unit out of the whole Ninja Saga thing. Her attack is kind of but her skill is really cool. She summons these ghosts that come and slash the enemy. Her normal art is kind of okay. She summons these orbs and they all go everywhere, and then they just pretty much just attack the enemy. Her true art, however, is what I like the most about this. So she ends up summoning her sword, like the demon blade, and she ends up basically setting an entire place on fire and just laughs maniacally. This is one of the coolest true arts in the game to me, and it comes at number 5 because there's at least 4 more that are better in my opinion, but I love this one so much, and it's hands down one of my favorites. And for the next one, we have Sistina. Sistina is actually really fucking cool. Yo, like, I was hyped when I pulled her, and I didn't have a recording of me, like, you know, recording, like, my voice. But, like, she's honestly really cool. I like her, like, attack, her skill. Her normal art is really cool. Not only does it give you a barrier, but it gives you art. Now, her true art is actually pretty dope. Now, it's kind of just a bunch of slashes. But what makes this the best, honestly, for me, is the cross art. Now, all the Cross the Blaze units can pretty much go here when it comes to cross art. But, like, having your servant attack with you is really fucking cool. And, honestly, I like that a lot. Like, Sistina top tier. And she comes at number 4 for that. She's pretty cool. It's crunch time, so you know it's top 3 time. A Serpa deserves a number 3 slot. Now, I like Golden Kamuy. It's a very funny anime. But, you know, her attacks are pretty basic. Her skill is pretty basic as well. You know, arrow shooting's cool. Her true art is actually really dope. She summons basically the dog or, like, the wolf. And, you know, she shoots her arrows, I think, a total of, like, 3 or 4 times. But it's not even her true arts that's great. It's her normal arts. Bro, the fact that she just cooks, and not only that, she heals your freaking team and gives you arts is really great. This is hands down top 3 best animations of all times when it comes to arts. Fuck the true arts. The only reason people want a Serpa is because of her normal arts and how good it is. And it's great, honestly, and deserves number 3. Number 2 goes to Kurama. Boy. I love Yu Yu Hakusho. I love it. But when it comes to transformations and arts in this, nothing is cleaner than Kurama's true arts. His skill and his attack are okay. His normal arts is basically him doing what he did in the anime early on. But his true art, his Yoko form, is one of the greatest things I've ever witnessed in game. It's like, yo, like, this man really turned into a Yoko. Like, oh my lord. It's really fucking cool. It's a great anime reference. And he deserves number 2. But we have a way better arts animation in the game. And that slot goes to Forte. Forte recently just came out. I pulled her off of 2 polls. And holy shit, I love her arts. Her normal art, like on the Woken art, and her like awakened form. First of all, her normal attack is her shooting a fucking gun. Her skill, get the AK, let it ring, boy. Let it sing, girl. And then her normal arts is just bringing out the squad and just killing motherfuckers. But her true arts, holy shit. Call it in. Call in the big boy. Oh my god. This is the best true arts in the entire game. Hands down. No debate. This is the coolest true arts in the game. It's so creative and it's so good. And like even the artwork, like Unawoken and her like awakened art is so cool looking. Like, come on. This is so cool to me. This is the best arts in the game. And yeah. That's my list. Forte number 1, best girl. Mono Dark is really fucking strong, and yeah, there's no other way to say it. So yeah, that was my list, and you know, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Tell me what your favorite arts are in the game, and let me know if you disagree or agree with my list. Maybe there could have been other units I could have put up. But sadly, I don't have them, so they couldn't really go on the list. This list was basically me putting up the arts that I like most of the units I have. So yeah, let me know what you think. And yeah, until next time, see y'all around. Bye.